we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Bills, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season. I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable. Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. And he is going to have a Rams first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Mayfield on first down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And out across midfield down to the 45. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground. They'll run on first down with Akers. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun to give to Henderson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up. No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it? To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion. Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, it's Flowers. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Allen going to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Allen. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. DJ Moore. as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive,
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen to the right side, incomplete to Washington. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this one is incomplete. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, he finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Flowers, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 49. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Henderson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Mayfield going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flowers, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Allen now on 1st down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll run on 1st down. Flowers, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
after the touchdown pass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because...
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now left side on the swing pass. Akers has got the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
2nd and 12.
Mayfield now.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Mayfield. And he's got his target, Harris.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Harris. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards, the pick up there. 2nd down and 3.
On the handoff, Henderson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Henderson.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
On 1st down. It's Flowers, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Washington's got it. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air, Allen. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Mayfield off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Connor Duggar who picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
Hey, I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Flowers. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 15 seconds. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Allen. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On second down now, it's Flowers. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
He's got a man, complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
On the give, this is Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward.
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for L.A., they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.